Hey guys, so today I wanted to make a quick video and talk to you guys about something I realized the other day, and bear with me because I feel like it's very relevant to everything else I talk about, okay? So I don't know exactly how I realized this, but one day it kind of dawned on me. I think it was because I was doing, I don't know what it was, I was doing research for some of my other videos. It made me think about this, and I realized that I didn't do something anymore that I used to do a lot that I didn't realize I used to do, if that makes any sense, okay? Ever since I have started learning about my menstrual cycle and what actually is happening in my body, what different things mean, and what all is going on, now that I understand that, I have realized that I have a much better body image than I used to have. And it kind of interests me and fascinates me and kind of worries me that I didn't necessarily realize that I had these problems before. So I'm going to share them with you because why not? I like to share very personal things. I realized that we will use the word obsess over my body. And you may say, hey Victoria, what are you talking about? You're so skinny, blah, blah, blah. How could you ever have body image issues? But I did, and I didn't realize I really did. And they weren't as severe as some people for sure. But I realize now that I used to, especially in college, I would have this almost like OCD problem where I would have to kind of like spend time looking in the mirror and scrutinizing my body. I would, take mental note of like how flat or not flat my stomach was. I would notice how I wouldn't notice. I would always look at my butt and wish it was perkier, wish it was fuller. And I thought I had saddlebags to the point where every time I looked in the mirror, I would go try and make a mental note to look up exercises that you can get rid of your saddlebags with. So, and it got to the point where I had a scale, and I'd either keep it in my bedroom or my bathroom, but I didn't keep it out where people could see, where you could just walk in and see it. Like I would either slide it under my bed when I didn't use it, or I would put it in a drawer, and I'd take it around at least 3 times, if not 5 times or more a day. Right when I got up, I'd weigh myself to see if I had lost weight overnight, if I had gained weight overnight, how I was compared to other weights I had been at. I would weigh myself throughout the day to see just the progress, if I was gaining weight, losing weight, where I was. And then I would weigh myself at the end of the night to see kind of how the day shook out. And so I had something to base the next morning off of. And I knew this was stupid. I knew this was unhealthy because I knew that how much you weighed didn't directly correlate to how your body looked, because muscle weighs more than fat, and so you could weigh more than you used to weigh but look better because you have more muscle definition. Yet I weighed myself. It was a weird thing I had. I got a lot of satisfaction from the feeling of being hungry because I was satisfied with the fact that I didn't have to eat, and it was kind of this little secret I had with myself. Not that I wasn't starving myself, I wasn't not eating, but when I did get to that point where I was hungry, maybe because I got busy, or maybe I had to skip a meal because of something, and I had that feeling of like my stomach kind of like concaving in on itself, I had a real satisfaction from that. And looking back, I'm just like, that was not good, Victoria, that's not healthy. But I think having body image issues is a very real thing without maybe even recognizing it, because we all hear the very extreme stories of girls or men or boys going to these extreme lengths because they have such a distorted view of their body. And I wasn't anywhere near that, but I just had kind of like an unhealthy relationship with my body. I noticed recently that it kind of dawned on me that I used to do those things. And I think I knew I was doing it all the time, but I kind of just brushed it off like, it's not that big a deal, I'm not doing any harm. It made me wonder what had changed. What had changed in my mind or my body or in my life to where I wasn't worried about these things anymore. I wasn't sitting there and scrutinizing them and wishing them away. And I've come to the conclusion that it's because I learned about my menstrual cycle. And it sounds stupid, it sounds hippy-dippy, and I'm sure some of you are rolling your eyes, but bear with me, okay? The more I've learned about my body, the more I know actually what's happening, and the more I know what certain things mean, what certain feelings or pains mean, and how much I actually understand what my body is doing. Like, it does so much. Like, there's so many just tiny, complex intricacies that your body does all by itself without you having to make a conscious decision to do that. And once you kind of start learning this and seeing just the depth of everything your body can do, it's kind of amazing. It really is amazing. And so I think that once I started learning about it and understanding it, I kind of became in awe of it. And so instead of looking at my body as something that needed to change to fit this like unrealistic perfection that I had, I started looking at my body for what it was able to do. And I think this little switch was a very powerful thing. And now I look at my body as this like powerhouse, and I enjoy nourishing it. I enjoy like going out on walks or riding my bike or going for runs or doing yoga, like doing nice things for my body because I realize how much it does for me. And it sounds like I'm disconnecting myself from my body, but sometimes I just have to step back and be like, yeah, damn, you're amazing. So now, I still look in the mirror and I'll notice I still look at myself in the mirror like anyone else does, but I don't look at things as that things need to be changed. Like, even when I get a zit, I understand it now. I know exactly where I am in my cycle, and that's when my face will break out. And I just understand that that's part of my body, that's part of the cycle, and it will continue on, it will go away. And when I don't obsess over things, then the problems seem to fix themselves, or they just aren't there anymore. And I find now that I'm much more, instead of noticing oh, I have saddlebags, or I wish my butt was perkier, I'll notice that a certain muscle in my leg, I'll be like, oh, look at that, that's so cool, it means I'm getting stronger. So I think I've just come to appreciate my body for its ability rather than its appearance. And I think this is a very powerful thing. I hope that everyone else can kind of have this mental switch. And I hope that by talking about it, it may help you realize that maybe you're doing things to your body that aren't necessarily medically dangerous or medically unhealthy, but they're not maybe mentally healthy, and they're not the best for you internally or personally. And I just want people to have a more positive relationship with their body, because I think it's a great thing. It's very lovely. So yeah. Okay. I think that's all for this video. Just a quick little sit down, just a little chat with you guys about something I thought of that I think is very relevant to everything else I've been talking about. Okie dokie, guys. That's all for now. Until next time, I'll see ya.